They'll create an atmosphere where it's okay to hate whiteness, to dismiss white opinions, to ignore white people suffering. It's not loud, it's passive aggressive, but make no mistake, it's very deliberate and it's dangerous. Why? Because hate, once it becomes acceptable, does not stop. First it's whites, then it's coloureds, then it's other blacks who act white. Division breeds more division, and in the end, no one wins except the ruling party who watches the chaos and says, see, you need us. The good news, though, is people are starting to see through the BS, to see the scam. Young South Africans, black, white, colored, Asian, Indian, are realizing that the enemy is not each other. The enemy is greed, incompetence, arrogance. The enemy is a system designed to fail and blame its failure on the ghosts of the past. People are tired of being used, of being divided, of being lied to. And when you take away the ANC's ability to play the race card, what are they left with? Nothing. No policy, no progress, no plan. Just more slogans. We need to be brave enough to call out racism. All racism, even when it's fashionable.
Do you guys know why I make the videos that I make? It's always to bring to you knowledge. Because folks, if you don't know what's actually happening in the world, then you can't protect yourself. You can't help change the narrative if nobody gave you the script. And that's happening to white America so badly right now. The news won't tell you what's going on. Social media is definitely left-leaning, left-centered, and conservative voices are defunded, we're demonetized, we're demonized, we're threatened, we're with cancel culture, we're doxxed. All that stuff actually happens to people who try to push back against the narrative that somehow DEI is diversity, equity, inclusion is going to save all of us. When in actuality, what it is reverse racism. It's reverse discrimination. I use the word reverse because now it is used to punish people because they're white. It's not used to bring equality and diversity to anything. So guys, I need y'all to row with me, like real talk. We're growing by hundreds of people every single day. I know a lot of you are new and you don't know that YouTube demonetized me. But 3 months with making $0 on the videos that I make, that I back up with receipts, that I make from a place of love, deserves people to row with me. So if you look in the top of comments, send what you can. I understand if you can't. Just share the video, like the video, comment. But if you can, so into what we're doing here, it would help me push these videos further. Because diversity is not a strong suit. Let me tell you something. If I'm plowing a field, I want 2 oxen, right? I don't want an ox and a goat. That's pointless. The whole thing's going to be messed up. It's simply just not going to work. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to take unskilled labor, people with bad attitudes and hate in their heart, and place them in positions of power based on their skin color, their religion, their gender, or their gender identity, without ever considering if these people actually can do a good job. That doesn't even matter. Their ability to do the job does not even matter.
The art of using white people as scapegoats. White people equals to colonialism, which equals to an excuse for everything. Brilliant! Until it isn't. Let's state the obvious. White people haven't had political power in South Africa since 1994. That's over 30 years ago. 3 decades. 3 whole decades of ANC rule.
Hey, conservative brother from Africa. Here's a Southern woman from South Louisiana. Guess what? The Democrat Party has been working in the shadows in America for 80 years. And for the past 20 years, we've only had a 4-year break from their nonsense. And you can look at our country and you can see the damage they've done literally everywhere.
What do we have to show for it? An economy on life support, mass unemployment, racial quotas that punish excellence, and ministers who think economics is a type of wine. But if you question them, if you say, hey, maybe stop stealing, You're a racist. When a white farmer is murdered, now it's just crime. When a black person is harmed, it's front page news, newspapers, and a national crisis. Can you see the imbalance?
I do see the imbalance. The problem here in America, friend, is that the black population's like 12.5%. They cause 68% of all violent crimes. And yet, we are systematically and consistently told that it's us white people that are dangerous. So we do see the imbalance, but here it's worse because it's the minority causing the majority of crime. In your country, it's the majority causing the majority of crime, yet still the left will be the left regardless of what country they are located in.
Of course not, because you're not allowed to. Now, let's talk about black economic empowerment, because that sounds noble, right? Until you realize it's not about empowerment, it's about punishment. It's about telling someone, we don't care how qualified you are, we don't care how hard you've worked, you are the wrong color, deal with it.
I've seen more black women on TikTok claiming, I heard this one woman say 100,000 black women have lost their jobs in the last 5 months. I don't even know where she's getting that from. I know that when DEI ended, a lot of people that were in those positions were radicalized leftist lunatics, whether you were black, white, female, gay, I don't know, I didn't care. You lost your job. I don't know if that's what she's talking about, or she's talking about the fact that America has black fatigue and employers are now emboldened to fire your butt if you can't do your job. And why is it such a big deal when only 12.5% of the population, a small part of them, 100,000 supposedly, lose their jobs? It's like world ending for America, yet you've got white Americans, which are the major taxpayers and the largest percentage in this country, having a hard time finding a good job because people who aren't as qualified are preferred over us. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Now, to make my point, South Africa is like a third world all the way around. It used to be so beautiful. I mean, it was like a jewel of the world, and now it's just like ghetto trash. What do you expect? You put people in power that had no clue what to do, and instead of asking people to help them, they fired and replaced all these experienced workers with people with no experience. So now South Africa is legitimately falling apart. So everybody knows Elon Musk is South African. He wanted to go and bring Starlink to his native country. Why shouldn't he? He loves South Africa. That's where he's from. I love America. I could live anywhere, but I'd always just love America, man. So he can't, right? They literally have to change their racist laws to allow Elon Musk to bring Starlink to this pathetic country that begs bread from every other country but hates white people. Like, make that make sense. You guys didn't need help from other people, but you have to change your laws to legitimately allow a white company to come in and bring Starlink internet to your country. That's, if I was Elon Musk, he's a better man than me, because I'd be like, y'all don't deserve it. Continue to live in the Stone Age, and let's see how that works for you, South Africa. But he's not taking that stance. He's like, I love my home country. I want this for the children and the businesses. They need this. They need the industrialization, or they can't move forward. So you would think like the country would be excited. All I see is a bunch of black people screaming racism. Then develop it your friggin' self. You know what I'm saying? Like, quit begging bread from the table of the people that you hate and then complaining when you get the bread that you could bake it better yourself. Well, then go do it.
That South Africa is planning to offer tech billionaire Elon Musk a special workaround to BEE laws. The party says the decision is unconstitutional and will compromise the country's sovereignty. Let's get some detail now on this, and we're joined by EFF spokesperson Snawo Tambo. Mr. Tambo, good evening to you, and thank you very much for your time. You ask a particular question in your statement, and that is that why is Elon Musk, who claims that there is a genocide in South Africa, why would he be so desperate to invest in a country such as that? Do you want to answer that question?
Greetings, Colin. Greetings to the viewers. I think it's up to him to answer because he has been at the forefront of propagating the lie that there is a massacre and genocide of white people in South Africa in order to leverage preferential treatment and access to the South African market for his Starlink.
Not otherwise. And so now I'm in this absurd situation where I was born in South Africa but cannot get a license to operate in Starlink because I'm not black.
Well, it looks
Does
like
that
that's
seem
about.
right to
It
you?
looks
Does
like
seem
that.
right to you?
Looks like that's about to change.
I just asked you a question. Please answer. Does that seem right to you?
Well, those rules were designed to bring.
Yes or no?
Those rules were designed to bring about an era of more economic equality in South Africa, and it looks like the government has found a way around those rules for you.
I asked you a question.
This is your interview. Everyone wants to hear from you.
I asked you a question. Yes or no?
Not for
Racist
me.
laws, yes or no?
Not for me to answer. I have got a question for you about your government
must
work
like
though and the
racist laws,
amount of
then.
savings.
Why do you like racist laws?
This is not for me to answer. Come on.
Yes, it is.
Now, you wouldn't be trying to dodge a question.
You have to
that
ask the
is difficult
question.
for
I
you
answer
to
my
answer.
question. No, you answer
Look,
mine.
I think if you, I'm sure you can have that conversation directly with the South African government if you want to. I want to ask you about the
I
total.
can't believe it. That's not good.
So obviously a white reporter will not say that you're right, Elon. Those are racist laws. White people can't get economic license in South Africa because it was supposed to even the playing field. Am I the only person that heard her disdain? But I am proud of Elon. Sounded a lot like our president. When you ask somebody a question and they pull that, it's not for me. We're all citizens of this world, but I'm an American citizen and it is my place to speak. When I'm sending my tax dollars to feed a nation that hates people my color. And I'm not the only person. Black, white, Native American, Latinos, we're all pushing back against this because you're not going to destroy our children. You're not going to cause us all to end up in a race war because you want us to hate ourselves. I don't hate myself. I love myself. In fact, when I'm in a place, I make that place better because I have Christian values and I try to make it fair and equitable for everybody. That doesn't mean that I allow someone to get away with bad behavior because of the color of their skin. I correct it. I'm like, that's not allowed here. And that needs to happen more, folks. That's why I make these videos. That's why I put my time and energy. I didn't even know this was going on in our country until I realized the lies that were being told about Americans, about white people in general, about crime in this country. And I'm like, these are all lies. Look, you do your blackness, but don't lie on white people to try to make you look better. No, I'm not going to stand for it. So if you refuse to put up with it too, like, comment, subscribe, because we've got to come together. And the only way to do it is for someone to be brave enough to show you the hypocrisy and the lies, even if it hurts your feelings.